So today I'm working on our bang bus. This is our 31-foot RV. I've got a problem because the slide out here, I guess the diner, and I've emptied all these cupboards. I've also emptied the storage containers outside. So everything is empty. So I've checked all these fuses with the multimeter, made sure all these circuit breakers are good. So this is the power gear slide out controller. I've taken this off and tested the input voltage, and it's over 12 volts. Normally the motor would be running for this slide out to even work, but it still provides 12 volts, 12.8 volts to this slide out controller. So I know the slide out controller is good. This 25 amp fuse is also good. Underneath this little rubber cover here is a 25 amp fuse that I've tested, and it is not blown out. So here's the batteries that supply your lights, your 12 volts for, your lights and like that. Here's all the other fuses. These all tested good. Right there is a slow blow fuse, resettable fuse for the slide out. There is a 30 amp breaker, which I know is good because I tested the continuity of it. So there's the slide out 10 amp fuse right here. I know that's good because I tested it yesterday. So the entire electrical grid or electrical system going to the controller back underneath the bed is good. To get the slide to go out, your engine has to be on and running. So parking brake is set. You can see nothing. You can hear it, the motor's clicking underneath, but nothing. Pressing the out on the slide control and nothing is working. So we're testing the in and out switch that controls the slider. In and out slider switch test. In. Out. 1, 2, 3. In. Out. In. Out. Believe it or not, I found a problem. Because I was getting intermittent readings on the controller board. And so watch this. If I go in, it works. If I go out, let me take these leads off. So I was measuring voltage, and I've got great voltage across here. Okay, in, nothing on the out. Now, what happens when I short these two out? Oh, look at that. Works perfectly. There, the slide's completely out. So you want to bring it in? Hey, just short these two together. I found this out by accident by taking measurements, and the alligator clips touch together, and there you go. Now your slide out is in. Touch this shit again. Oh, look. Hold on, let me get a good connection on this. And there it goes again. This thing's probably 30 years old. 150/230 watt soldering gun. And take a wet wash rag and wipe that off. And I already took a photo of these wires so I know where it goes. Just don't need to lose it. There's one wire. 2 wires. There we go. This stupid little switch playing games. So this is a Sigma switch, an LR20985. I think that's an 8. All right, so I have a new switch. It's a little bit bigger than the old switch, so I had to measure the sides and the length and everything, and made scribe marks here, and then filed the sides out, and then took a cold chisel and just pounded this steel. It's just a steel plate, and it's not aluminum. Took a cold chisel and cut it, and then filed this with a smaller file. Here's the terminals. This is the old one. I took it apart to see why it wasn't working, and I just think the springs in it got wore out after 15 years of use. So here's the terminals on that one. They're small terminals, and here's the terminals on the new one. They're bigger. So let me get that in focus. So I have some crimp-on connectors that'll work just fine. Give it the tug test, make sure it's working. Okay, so got all the connectors on there. So I have the wires hooked up, and I'll go get the keys and see if this thing's going to work for me. So it works. This little $9 switch screwing me over here. And that's how you troubleshoot a flaky slide out. It's not always the obvious. Something as simple as this 15-year-old switch that just decided to quit. So rather than going straight to the slide out motor and assuming that's bad, you know, troubleshoot your electric circuits. Make sure you have voltage going to your controller that's back there in the bedroom underneath the bed. And I was getting 13 volts when I pressed in, but nothing when I pressed out. So that kind of led me to suspect the switch was jacked up. But that's how you fix or troubleshoot a slide out on your RV.